technology drives this industry, period. It's when film went away and digital replaced it in the cinemas, we kind of saw a sea change in terms of who was making movies and how they got in. It didn't mean that more people were making films. It generally meant more films were being made by the people who already made it anyways. The budgets just got half because we didn't have Kodak to pay.
Right. And does it speed up the whole process as well because of technology? So in the past, maybe it takes 6 months. Now it's 2 months because it's not easier.
I think film was faster.
Oh, how so?
Because it was a limited medium. Like digital, you can shoot everything and then add in elements, right? And that can take as long as you want to. In many sense, when you shot on film, it was almost finalized. All you could do is edit it. You could add some special effects and so on like that. It's not like this where you can shoot everything green and build a world around you and then keep tweaking the world, because it's almost now you abandon a project.
Which is why in the old days, when you watch film, you feel that the story is much stronger. And nowadays, when you watch something, well, you get entertained, but you forget a lot faster.
But that goes back to the suspension of disbelief. You might watch Transformers, and it's completely entertaining, but you're no way believing this is a real world. You know it's a Michael Bay world. Right now, there's a lot of competition, and somehow you have to make yourself stand out. So how do you do that? Well, and I can speak to Carol's films because I saw it when he did it for the film Blitz. He's got humor on his side, and he's got a lot of heart in his films, right? It was a well-liked film and well-received film. So how do you turn that into dollars in Brunei? How do you turn that into dollars in Brunei? You got to get some help. We need organizations and companies that typically hire production companies outside of Brunei to start hiring inside of Brunei. Yeah, so Carol, it also depends on the environment. You might be, and I don't want to say the next Steven Spielberg, but let's just, because everyone seems to know Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. Let's say you're the next George Lucas in Brunei. But if you're not getting the same support that George Lucas had by being able to go to University of Southern California and being able to pitch films with American Zoetrope and build a film industry through his imagination and through his storytelling, it doesn't matter where you are, right? So it requires working with musicians, it requires working with distributors, other companies that need commercials, because that's the bread and butter of most filmmakers is making commercials and getting out like that. But there needs to be kind of this idea shift that if it's made in Brunei, it's good quality, and then it speaks to a Bruneian audience, and that Bruneians resonate with what's being said and made here rather than what's made in Indonesia or perhaps in Malaysia, because that's with a brand. And all they're doing is paying for a brand. They're not necessarily paying to support local.
So what I think what you just said is so important is that the unique advantage for Brunei producers or directors is their understanding of the local culture. That is something that no one can take it away. So when you're telling the stories through the lens of an insider, you're able to speak much clearer and better.
Couldn't say it better myself.
Wow, that is, I think that is applicable not just in the film industry, but every other small businesses should start looking at it that way. How do you serve your clients better by tapping into that insight that you have? So very well said.